Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. It's Lycan Warlord, the Stash. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Spooktober. Hope you're doing well. Gala's in another lawsuit with one of their developers. Let's talk about that. One of you, or some of you, may have seen me playing a game called Superior. I'm very highly praising on that game. I quite enjoy it. I've enjoyed my experience interacting with the developers. They are super awesome. They came on a stream that I was doing when I was having a bug, so they could record it and they could fix it. The kind of things you'd want to see from a developer that truly cares about their game and wants to put out a good product. Did I ask you? Do you mind? All right. That's the hourly reminder to you coin to buy everyone. Your free Bitcoin.io. Refresh your brave browser. Get your free cryptos. Now, I was shared this the other day. Drifter Entertainment Incorporated is suing blockchain game partners. You may know them as Gala Games. We've got some data here. I'm going to drop this link, so if you guys want to see the PDFs, I'm also going to post to the Google Drive file that I have that you may or may not have seen. Post that link down below with all the documents for all the lawsuits and all the information I have on Gala Games for you to check out yourself. But we're going to go to the Pacer and check out the dates and the filing. All of this stuff I have downloaded. In case you're wondering, we're going to look at one of them in particular just to remind you that Gala Games still has Jesse Hines law firm as their address, officially listed in the Wyoming Secretary of State, which is kind of funny because he does not work for them and hasn't worked for them in a while. Also, we go to their history, and their change of agent is Cloud Peak Law. So you'll see later that's who was signed the summons. So let's get into it. We got a lot of documents here. We have a served summons document. This is what I was referring to, Cloud Peak Law, Sagewood. We've seen that name a couple times, but they were served on October 12th that they're being sued. ProHawk Vice, a couple of those. We have a civil cover letter. You can see here that they are incorporated in principal business. I don't see anything about it's a contract, and they don't demand a jury. Okay, the demand is over $75,000, which we'll get to in a second. So we'll close that one, and we'll close summons and ProHawk Vice. So ProHawk Vice again was someone who's not licensed in the state. Basically, they're asking permission for their attorney that they have to be their attorney, and it was granted. So there you go. Here's the summons form that they submitted. All right, let's get into the interesting stuff. Let's get to it. In the United States, the notification of complexity of civil case. I don't know what this means, but I thought it was funny. It is a non-complex case. Yeah, it's right. You're right. It is very simple. All right, let's get into it. Here is the main document, the main complaint. You can see we have Drifter Entertainment versus Blockchain Game Partners, aka Gala Games. Nature of the action. This is arising out of a breach of a video game development agreement between Drifter, a small independent game developer, and Gala, a blockchain game-based publisher. Pursuant to the terms of the agreement between Drifter and Gala, Gala agreed to publish, distribute, promote, and fund the development of Superior, Drifter's newest game. Gala was required to fund development through a series of milestone payments, upon the receipt of which agreed deliverables from Drifter. Specifically, the contract required Gala to pay Drifter a final milestone payment of $750,000 upon delivery of a console version of Superior. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know they were making a console version. That's pretty cool. Drifter delivered to Gala a console version of Superior as required by the contract. Rather than paying Drifter the final $750,000 milestone payment and publishing the game as agreed, Gala breached the contract, refused to pay, failed to publish the console version of the game, and repudiated its obligations in a series of misrepresentations and bad faith assertions. Gala Games would never do that. Come on now. All right, the parties, jurisdiction, and venue. The controversy exceeds 75,000. So that was in the initial filing. The court has personal jurisdiction. Blah blah blah. General allegations. Here we go. I believe Benefactor called this facts or something. I don't know. Drifter is a small independent game development studio founded in 2016 that creates games for a variety of platforms, including personal computers and gaming consoles. In order to bring the games to market, Drifter typically partners with video game publishers which fund, promote, publish, market, and distribute Drifter's games in exchange for a share of the resulting sales revenue. On January 22nd, 2022, in order to develop Superior, Drifter entered such a development agreement, the definitive agreement, in quotes, with Gala, a blockchain-based game publisher game platform. Copy of the agreement is attached hereto as Exhibit 1. On March 10th, Drifter and Gala entered into an amendment to the definitive agreement. The copy of the amendment is Exhibit 2. So we have Exhibit 1 and Exhibit 2. Let's go look at those while we can. Oh, they're not here. Oops. Okay, well, let's go look at them. Exhibit 1. Okay, Gala Games versus Drifter. Terms that the exclusive license basis in respect to blockchain gaming will be for 3 years from commercial launch, and a branded game non-exclusive basis following expiry of the exclusive game platform, unless both parties mutually agree in writing to extend the exclusive game platform term at least 30 days prior. Restriction: Gala Games shall not for game company shall not for 36 months from commercial. So this is talking about that. That's Exhibit 1. Okay, definitive agreement. Okay, we got all this nonsense. 3, 2, 1. All right, definitions. Affiliate. They define affiliate. Adjusted game net revenue means all income and revenue, whether in cash, hard currency, fiat, cryptocurrency, virtual currency, or other currencies, received directly or indirectly from the branded game, including but not limited to all revenue received. Okay. Let's see. They have sponsorship income and revenue. Any taxes Gala Games is legally required to collect, withhold, or pay with respect to earned amount. Reimbursement of actual costs for the game company. Bona fide and properly authorized refunds to customers. During the exclusive game platform term, direct third-party costs associated with the hosting, marketing of the branded game will be paid for by Gala Games. For purpose of clarification, no salaries, consulting fees, or general operation overheads of Gala Games related to game development, publishing, marketing, business administration, shall be deducted from the adjusted net revenue. For further clarification purposes, adjusted game net revenue does not include any revenue from sales received with respect to agreements with licensors that do not directly reference or market game company IP. For example, Vox. Business day means any day other than Saturday or Sunday, or statutory proprietary. Commercial launch means the version of the game made available by the game company to Gala Games for availability to play all Gala Games users. This version should not meet or exceed prevailing industry standards for software release. Gala Games marks means a word, name, symbol, or design. That's Gala Games, Gala Game Materials, Gala Node Network. Platform data, virtual currency. Here we go. Means any virtual currency that is made available within Gala Games platform, but that may or may not be converted or exchanged for real goods or hard currency such as Gala tokens, or be any determined in-game tokens. Gala token or Gala tokens. They got the address there. Gala Vault means a reserve held and controlled by Gala Games that maintains a supply of all items for promotional purposes, giveaways, and as a sales buffer in the event of an oversell or technical error in the store. So they make more FTs than they sell. Game company IP is everything that has to do with Superior. Game company marks. Game company development technology means underlying software and back end. Okay, game data, game virtual currency means any virtual currency or other denotation of value that is made available only for a branded game, which may be used by put an end user. Game virtual items. Okay, licensed IP, licensed marks. This is all the good stuff. All right, game company license grant. Publish, distribute, operate, and otherwise exploit the branded game, including upgrades on the Gala Games platform or other mutually agreed upon platform. So I would be curious to see if they agreed to do Steam or not, because that would be my question. Is Gala saying they voided it by doing Steam or not? I'm not sure. Non-fungible tokens. They don't sell those. Time frame. All time frames for anticipated release of branded game are Exhibit A. Cooperation. This deals with everyone. Okay, license to Gala Games materials. They can provide them with technical documentation. Infringement and pirated games, that's important. Responsibility for costs. Each party will be responsible for all costs and expenses incurred by it. Okay, makes sense. Marketing and publishing obligations and restrictions. Gala Games will have the sole right to determine the marketing, advertising, and promotion of the branded game on the Gala Games platform and other agreed platforms. This includes, but is not limited to, all NFT, pre-sale and distribution, marketing, and user acquisition. Esports. Gala Games may host, organize, and administer. See, that would be fun doing it as an esport, right? Okay. Payment, reporting, audit. agreement as costs. Gala Games agrees to provide 8 million USDC in the form of advances to the total development budget for the branded game. Combined upon the signing of the agreement, the development budget will be recouped from adjusted game net revenues as specified in this. So $8 million in USDC. Recoupment of initial investment, game revenue collection, distribution of non-fungible tokens. At least 80% shall be placed for sale. You know, remember the sales, and Benny, bought some to make them go to the next tier. We remember that. Taxes, audit, okay, data ownership. So they're not contesting any of this. What they're contesting is that they failed to do the things, right? Exclusivity, subject to terms of agreement. The appointment of Gala Games to be exclusive publisher. So this is where I'm curious. I want to see if they agreed to do Steam. That's where I'm curious, because I could see them saying that they screwed up and they put it on Steam. Which, in case you're wondering, it is on Steam. Here, I'll show you. Click on Steam, and we're going to go to Store, and we're going to click on Superior. There you go. Which, by the way, $20. I have a code for it. I'm going to try and get some more codes for you guys. It's on sale for $20 until the end of October 23rd. So, I really enjoy it. You know, maybe check it out. But yeah, so it's on Superior. So it says Gala Games is a publisher, so I'm assuming that they gave them permission to do that. That's the one thing I'm looking for. Third-party materials, non-infringement, identification, limitation of liability. I love when they do this. They put it in all caps. Cap on liability. I don't care about any of that. Okay. Subcontractors, independent contractor, press release, force majeure. I love that one. Notices assignment waiver. Okay. So this is signed by Benny and Ray Davis. I think I met Ray Davis. If you're watching Ray Davis, I think we met at Gala vs. Las Vegas. If it is you, hope you're doing well. Okay, Exhibit A. This is the important part right here. Okay, they agreed to commencement, right? Boom, boom, boom. So, commencement of the game, $1 million. Branded game ready for launch phase, $3 million. Beta release of the game, $3 million. Release of the game, $1 million. So we're looking at between January and December, they're planning to have this game out. Okay? That's pretty quick. Okay? That's pretty quick. I mean, it's certainly quicker than Townstar, right? So now we have the amendment. This is Exhibit 2, the amendment to the agreement. Okay? They entered into the agreement. They are signing this definitive agreement on May 17th. So if we come back here, you'll see that's about midway between the branded game ready for launch phase and the beta release. Okay. 3 provisions have been added that the Gala Games is going to give. Game company will dedicate up to 4 individuals identified by Gala Games as essential employees to provide services and development. So Gala Games helped them develop them with 4 employees. What else? Deliverables. They are going to. Here we go. The party acknowledges and agrees the game company will deliver to games all deliverables, and Gala acknowledges and agrees the game company has delivered all deliverables through release of game commercial launch materially in accordance with specifications. With respect to console milestones 2023 and thereafter, game company will provide such deliverables materially in accordance with written specifications agreed to the parties, no later than the payment due date. If at any time in 2023 or thereafter Gala Games reasonably determines that any of the deliverables do not materially conform, then Gala Games will issue to game company a notice of rejection that describes reasons for the rejection for failure to meet the previously determined specifications. Okay. So Gala Games, they're going to provide reasonable consultation for creativity, non-fungible tokens. Okay. The entirety is about marketing. Gala Games will use best efforts in their marketing, advertising, and promotion. The console launch. Okay. So, agreement as to costs. Gala Games agreed to provide $8 million, and now they agree the amendment effective date has paid $7 million of the developmental budget. So they mean they're owed a remaining $1 million. Payments. So let's look at the time stamp here. That means they paid this already before this agreement. They paid these first three, right? Okay. So is due. Okay, budget in $1 million is due and owing within 15 days upon execution delivery of that certain amendment and acknowledgement. In addition, the remaining development fee, Gala Games shall pay a total of $1,500,000 for the game console release defined below. Okay, so let's go. Keep going on here. Okay, here's the $750,000. Gala Games will only be liable to pay a sum of A, the deliverables accepted upon such termination, and B, if the termination of convenience is given before the console launch, then a pro rata amount of $750,000 of the console launch budget. For avoidance of doubt, the pro rata amount will be determined using a daily rate formula in which the $750,000 shall be divided by 90 days starting on March 10th through June 10th. So they're going to pay them for what they did. Okay, fair enough. So here's the amendment. So we'll go between these two. So again, we have December 1st is the end date here. Okay, and then as you can see, we've added this $750,000 for them to do it, and then $750,000 if they get it out by June 1st. Okay. Is that it? Signed by Benny and Ray Davis again. Okay. And here's the signature certification that they did it. Panda Doc. All right. So it was sent, viewed, and then signed within. I mean, damn. Benny didn't even read it. He just signed it. At least Ray read it for a minute and a half. Benny just signed that shit. All right. Back to this. Okay. This is the rest of the agreement, right? Okay. So let's go back to the main exhibits. So it mentions those. Gala agreed to pay Drifter a total development budget of $9.5 million. Gala was to pay the sum in series advances. We talked about that. Similarly, the agreement required Gala to pay Drifter a milestone payment of $750,000 upon receipt of the console launch deliverable, with a milestone payment due date of June 1st. The agreement defined the deliverable to mean delivery by Drifter to Gala of a console version of Superior to be determined, which must have parity with Steam release. Okay, so we do have Steam release here. Okay, good. So we do have it mentioned. Steam is a video game platform. Yeah. We know what that is. Have no Web3 features. So the only Web3 features are the PC version. The Steam version does not have Web3, and console is not supposed to. Must include a battle pass system that can be used in Web 2 and Web 3 version of Superior. Okay, so they wanted to add a battle pass. Okay. Allowed Gala to reject the console if it did not meet any such degree specification. So as long as it did so within a certain period of time. So they have to prove that it didn't meet the specifications that they agreed upon, right? Upon the receipt of notice rejection, Drifter had 30 days to cure any alleged deficiency. In the event that no such notice of acceptance or rejection was received within 10 business days after the console launch deliverable, the agreement required Drifter to remind Gala and email them about it. Hey, by the way, you owe me $750,000. I'm guessing they missed that email. This is what's important, though. So they had 10 business days to acknowledge they received it and that it was acceptable. Then Drifter reminds them with an email. If they do not reply within 5 business days of the email reminder, then the deliverables in question shall be deemed accepted. So if Gala doesn't respond in 15 days, they're good and they owe them the money. So I would be curious to see if they didn't respond in 15 days, and guess what? It's accepted. Gala provided no specification for the console launch deliverable beyond the listed requirements in the agreement, featuring parity with Steam release, no Web3, and a battle pass. Neither by the April 9th deadline required by Amendment A, nor by the June 1st deadline required by Section 3.2, nor at any other time. So that's it. They just said what's on the paper, right? On or about July 10th, 2023, Drifter submitted the console launch deliverable to Gala for evaluation. Drifter also sent Gala its invoice for the remaining milestone payment. Okay, so here's the problem. They had June 10th to send it, right? Or July 10th to send it. If we look at this document, release of the game on console was supposed to be June 1st. and I believe it said something about 30 days maybe. So they were late. The console deliverable met all the requirements. It is fully playable on the Xbox game console with available on Steam. Gala did not provide any notice of rejection of the console launch deliverable. Okay, here we go. Within 10 business days or any other time. Nor could Gala reject the console launch deliverable for failing to materially conform to specifications where it provided so notice. They can't say it didn't conform to specifications where it didn't provide any specifications. In fact, upon information to believe, Gala never even reviewed the console launch deliverable in July or August, did not begin engaging with Microsoft to obtain the Xbox development kits necessary until June 2023, and as of September 1st had still not obtained necessary. So if they're going to say it's late, they're arguing they didn't get the console launch deliverable kits that they needed from Xbox in time. Gala breaches the agreement and the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Despite receiving the console version, Gala has not paid them the last $750,000, nor has it published, delivered, or promoted the console version of Superior. So they are failing to do that. August 31st, 2023, Drifter sent Gala a letter notifying that Drifter's invoice for the final milestone payment was over 40 days past due and that Gala is in material breach of the agreement. Drifter sent the letter to legal@gala.games, email address, among other recipients. September 7th, 2023, Gala sent a response letter, in which it denied that it materially breached the agreement. Gala did not dispute that it received the console launch deliverable or that it had failed to make the payments. So they denied that they had breached the contract. Here we go. They said that Drifter's submission did not meet the agreed specifications and that Gala had issued a written rejection of the agreement, including a comprehensive explanation of the alleged deficiencies. Drifter had materially breached the agreement because it failed to correct the deficiencies, Gala claimed. So Gala's saying they sent a rejection notice. So did they? Each of Gala's assertions is patently false. That's a good line, isn't it? Each of Gala's... Well, we know that, right? Drifter delivered the console launch in full compliance with the agreement. Contrary to Gala's assertions, it provided no specifications. It issued no rejection notice whatsoever. And upon information and belief, it did not review Drifter's submission at all because it failed to obtain the required Xbox development kits. Drifter is arguing that because they didn't get the development kits for Xbox, that means they didn't review the submission at all, because if they had reviewed the submission, they would have gotten the necessary kits. I don't know anything about game development, but that makes sense to me. Now, again, I call into question that Drifter was behind on the deadline. Were they given an extension? Did they file? I mean, that's where I'm curious at, because that would be, they were over a month behind when they said that they submitted the document, or submitted the console version. Okay, they said July 10th, but it says on or about July 10th. So that's really where my question comes into play, if they were late. And I don't see them mentioning that Gala said they were late. Gala said that they breached the contract because it failed to correct deficiencies that Gala claims that they sent them. Drifter delivered the console launch in full compliance. It provided no specification, issued no rejections. Okay. September 11th, 2023, Drifter sent Gala a letter. They had a lot happen on September 11th this year. My goodness. Drifter sent Gala a letter disputing the allegations in the response letter, including Gala's claim that it had issued a notice of rejection. So Gala can't prove that they sent the letter of rejection to Drifter, then they are at fault, I would say. Demanding that Gala repay the $750,000, Gala failed to respond to their letter. Drifter invested considerable amounts of time and resources towards development of the console version. Not only has Gala failed to pay Drifter $750,000 for the game, by causing its release to be delayed indefinitely, Gala has prevented Drifter from earning its bargained for share of the resulting sales revenue. Drifter has been left with no choice but to initiate this action. First cause of action. Plaintiff realleges the alleged proceedings. Gala entered into a lawfully enforceable contract, pursuant to which they owe $750,000. Drifter performed its obligations under the contract. Gala breached the contract without justification by failing to timely pay Drifter the $750,000. As a result, Gala's breaches Drifter is entitled to damages in an amount to be proven at trial. I think we all know the problem here. Jet fuel is really expensive. I mean, $750,000 could buy a lot of jet fuel. So I think that's really what it is. Let's be honest. Second cause of action. The implied covenant of good faith. Under Wyoming law, there is in every commercial contract is implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Gala, by its actions, breached the implied good faith. As a direct and proximate result of Gala's breaches, Drifter has been damaged in the amount to be proven at trial. Prayer for relief. an award of damages in an amount to be proven at trial, an award of prejudgment and post-judgment interest as allowed by law, an award of reasonable attorney fees and costs to the extent allowed by law or equity, and for such other and further relief as the court deems just and equitable. So there you go. That's all there is to it, folks. Who do you believe? Who do you think's wrong here? I think Drifter was late, but I don't think that mattered, because if Gala sent a letter saying that wasn't their issue, then how can they argue? You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, if they had said, hey, you were late, that's why we didn't pay you, then you'd have an argument there, because from what I saw, it was June 1st that they agreed to have it. But then I think they had 30 days or something after that. Maybe they had 60 days. They had something. Drifter doesn't say anything about it being late, so I'm gonna throw that out there. I have Drifter saying that Gala never told them what was wrong with the console launch, and then Gala saying that they did. I feel like one of those is provable. So we'll see. I'm excited to see where this goes. Again, $750,000 buys a lot of jet fuel. So I'm going to try and edit this up as quickly as possible. I'm going to have all of these documents down below in a Google Drive link if you want to go comb through them yourself. Not as interesting or juicy as the Wright Thurston and Benny one, but hey, it is what it is. Gala being sued by one of their developers. Can't say I saw that coming. If you got any questions, you want to leave them down below. Discord is the easiest way to get hold of me. I've got links for that down below. Links if you want to support the channel also. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here, and we'll keep you updated. I'm Lycan Warlord. Stash. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Ooh, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I want to shout out my Patreons from Patreon, and my new YouTube members as well. I got that going. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much. Your help has been crucial to keeping me alive and keep streaming and keep helping and hopefully entertaining you along the way. Anything I can do to make it more worth your while, please let me know down below. Also, you can find me on my Discord. I have my Discord server link down below, Patreon links down below, and then membership should be somewhere around here. Thank you all so very, very much. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to the future, and I hope you will come along for this journey with me. Thank you. Take care.